So we've had some bad storms here lately, and probably a couple days ago. And I've been gifted with another tree, and it's a it's a big one. I don't exactly know what I'm gonna do with all the wood. I'd like to probably mill it. The funny thing is, my brother had he heard it was a weird thud. It wasn't a crack. And then we come down here. I can see this tree from my bedroom, and all I see is the top broken off of it. But it's a big one. It's we measured it at the base. It's about 35 inches at the base. The wood is not great at all. It's very punky, very soft. And if I'll get I guess I can get my knife out here. Yeah. It's in pretty bad shape. Not even the outside isn't that great. What a mess. And of course there's pieces all over the place down here. And that's probably pushing 3.5 feet there. So I mean, this is it's pretty much sitting on, well, I guess it's sort of sitting on the ground. It's up to almost my chest. But it's a big one. There's a whole bunch of holes and stuff on the side. I guess woodpeckers have been pecking at it. I don't really know. And it's got all this funky moss and stuff growing on it. And of course the one beside it's also on its way out. I don't know if, yeah, the sun's sort of in the... There's a lot of dead on it, up on it also. I may just cut this one down too. But this one, the outside's hard. I think this thing was infested with carpenter ants. This is definitely going to be a job for the Timber Pro with the 20-inch, where I could swap them and just use the Chinese one to cut this thing down. But we measured the circumference, and it's 111 inches in circumference. And then I guess you can take I don't know the formulas and whatnot, but you can take the circumference and get the diameter. So it's 35 down here, and it had some life on it. You can see there's branches and stuff all over the place down here. I don't know how much of this tree is good for milling. I mean, obviously you don't really know till you open it up and see what you have. But it snapped off there too, and that wood is pretty punky. It might get a little better the further we go down here. But I mean, this is junk. And usually the stuff that has the bark on it is still kind of hard. Like this piece here might still be good, but I don't know. We'll see. This one's probably not any good either, but I guess this tree kind of fell over whenever it was pretty far gone. And of course the creeks, we've had a lot of rain too. The creek was all the way up to here, and that's probably 3 or 4 feet up. But yeah, I don't know. It's not really... The more I look at this thing, the more I don't really want anything to do with it. It's kind of got this cool burl stuff here. It's not quite a burl, but growth, I guess. There's stuff growing out of it. I mean, this is an old tree. If I cut it up for firewood, it's probably not going to burn real well. It's so punky, and you're going to go through a lot of it. Jeez. I mean, this trunk here, I could probably break that apart with an axe. I mean, look, just broke that piece off. But if I had to guess, this one might be in better shape. It'll be fun to to cut that thing down. Just hear this huge thud, because it's not really a tree. This one here, this one's a good wood, I think. So this one's still, I don't know, half alive, sort of. It's funny, there's a lot of trees that are dying around here. There's a couple of Dutch elm diseases, couple ash trees, these maples. But I can see this huge break up here from my bedroom, and I'd always look out and I could see the rest of the tree up here. And then I looked out there yesterday and I'm thinking to myself, what in the world? That looks a lot different. Of course, I could see the broken wood, so I came down here and kind of took a look at it and was pretty surprised. But that piece there, it's probably, let's see, I'm about 5'8". It's probably 10-ish, maybe 10 feet up, somewhere around there. So I mean, I'll cut it down and see what I have. But I've got my doubts for this tree. And there's another one up over here. You can see there's lots of dead up there too. So I thought you guys might like to see this. I don't know if I'm going to mill this. The Timber Pro is obviously not going to make it through the whole thing. I can take, once I get this big piece on the ground, then what I can do is either mill off the top of it, and then I can see what I have, and obviously I'll poke around on the end up here when it's on the ground, and then I'll poke around on this end here when it's on the ground too, so I can see what's inside. And I don't really know, it may not be worth it to do anything with. Maybe just cut it up for firewood. See, the problem is this all floods down here. I mean, I've seen the water. So this was all covered. It's been up past that no trespassing sign quite a bit. The highest I ever saw it was probably up to about there. So the problem with this thing being down here, that's where it lays right now. And the next flood, it could be up over here, it could be over in here, it could be any place down here. And I kind of like to get rid of it, burn it. I don't really know. I want it to be good for lumber, but I've got my doubts. I don't think it's going to be at all. So yeah, just thought you guys might like to see that. And it's a big one. It's huge. And this week we're having an ash tree, a walnut, and an elm taken down elsewhere. And I guess I'm gifted with some more wood. So post in the comments below what you think I ought to do with this thing. I don't think it's good for much. So I think that's about all I have to say for this video. Hope you all enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more. And I'll see you all in the next one.